So the first thing that I'm gonna do is just rip all these pieces down into some smaller, random sized pieces. Now, if I told you that I had some kind of perfectly executed plan in my head, it would be a complete lie. I'm honestly winging this entire project, which is pretty new for me. And to be completely honest, it made me really anxious to not have a plan. All right, so now that we have all the strips broken down, I'm gonna rearrange them in some random way, and then I'm gonna glue everything up with a little bit of glue. Actually, a lot of glue. When I glue up the pieces here, I'm gonna stagger them right about at a 45-degree angle. You'll understand why I'm doing this a little bit later, but let me just tell you that this is how that whole chaotic pattern starts. Oh, and because I had some scraps that were slightly thinner, I'm actually gonna be making 2 cutting boards, both with completely different patterns. So since it's freezing cold in my garage shop in Ohio, I had to take these blanks inside to cure overnight, and then I brought them out this morning, took the clamps off, and scraped off some of the excess glue. And now to flatten these out, we're just gonna run them through the planer. Now before any of the cutting board purists leave angry comments down below, I know that all these pieces are supposed to be perfectly jointed and everything before they get glued up. Now I don't have a joiner, and it's not really what I'm going for here. This is truthfully just an exercise to see if what I have concocted up in my head actually works. I mean, for all I know, it could turn out to be a mess, like my floor. So now that I have all those blanks flattened, I'm gonna take these big slabs and start cutting them up into a bunch of random pieces. Now you can use whatever saw that you want, but I'm gonna use a track saw just because it'll be a little easier to just get some random pieces. I laid down the track to cut a straight edge on the blank. Oh, and real quick, I'm not throwing out those scraps or any other waste from this project for that matter. I'm saving literally all the trash from this project for a future project, but I can't tell you about that one yet, so hit that subscribe button down below, that way you don't miss out on that project. With the straight edge cut on the blank, I can then run it through the table saw to create a bunch of random strips. And just to see the effect, on one of those thinner glue ups, I'm just gonna cut the strips at a 90-degree angle. Again, I really don't have a plan here, but with all the strips cut, I can begin laying them out on the clamps, and you can see that chaotic pattern really start to come alive. A few hours later, and I can remove the clamps. So now with all of the glue cured on these blanks here, we're gonna run them through the planer again. But this piece was a little bit too wide for my planer, so I need to trim it down first. And while I plane the blanks down, I just want to thank all my new viewers for checking out my channel. And if you like what you're seeing, consider hitting that like button or even the subscribe and the notification bell if you want to stay up to date on all my future projects. A quick trim with the track saw, and then I can run these blanks back through the table saw to create even more strips. Want to know what it's really like working in an apartment garage with inadequate power? There are a few times where I'm making cuts that I trip the breaker. Luckily, one of my Instagram followers suggested that I get a power supply that has a circuit breaker on it so I don't trip the breaker at the main panel that I don't have access to. That's a lifesaver. So I'm now ready to do the next glue up. And at this stage, I'm gonna grab some other scraps that I have just laying around and then randomly place them inside the cutting board as we glue it up. The next day, these are ready to go on another ride through the planer. Another little trim, and I can make some more strips over on the table saw. And you guessed it, time for another glue up. Several hours later, I can pop these out of the clamps with a little help from my hammer. And speaking of help, I want to take a second to thank all of my Patreon supporters for making these unsponsored videos possible. These are just some of the folks that are helping me get one step closer to taking this channel full time and getting a shop that actually has adequate power. And if you'd like to support me in the pursuit of making my passion my full-time job, consider checking out all the rewards I have over for you on my Patreon page. But just remember, there's no pressure. So at this point, you could keep going if you really wanted to and make the design, but I think you get the point, and this is really just kind of a proof of concept to see if this whole idea worked out. Now, since the shape of the overall cutting board is still kind of rough, I'm going to take it over to the table saw and cut it down to its final size. And I should also mention that yes, I know that the grain is going in all different kinds of directions, and you're probably asking, well, won't that expansion and contraction crack the board over time? And my honest answer is, but I'm not selling this board to a client, so I'm really not concerned about it. And you could be done here, but I'm gonna jump on the router table just to add a little bit of an edge profile. I think this is cool to put on a cutting board. I'm gonna toss a couple coats of this mineral oil on the boards and, well, I guess they're done. Although I was initially excited to try something new, truthfully, after about 30 minutes, I became uninspired and just kept thinking about building more furniture. You might even say, I was bored. See you on the next one.